read this article in the news this morning that there has been this rash of basically people baiting Instacart drivers into like taking their orders and then basically taking advantage of them. And this made me so mad. It made me so mad. Like, why would people treat other people that way? But as that was happening, like, I realized that I was getting off balance, and I wanted to get myself back under control. So I looked around, and basically it all for me came down to forgiveness, and how to get there, which I also discovered, basically has a nice hidden benefit to it. So I'm going to tell you about what I did, how you can use it, and the hidden benefits of forgiveness, right, especially right now. So I'm Owen. Thank you for stopping in. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already. And then also, we have our free group here on Facebook. It is totally free. I know everyone likes free stuff right now. For the Abundance Hackers, join your fellow Abundance Hackers, people who seek out unique solutions in times like these to continue to serve themselves, their families, and the people around them. So, join us up. Go ahead and subscribe. So, we'll talk about what was happening with Instacart. So basically what was happening is that people would use this app, Instacart, if you're not familiar with it. It's an app where you can basically hire somebody, kind of like an Uber, to go to the grocery store and shop for your groceries and then deliver them to your house. And it's been around for a long time, but they're saying like it was just sort of on the back shelf as an app for a long time, because there were other services where people just weren't having someone go to the grocery store for them. And obviously things changed a lot very, very, very quickly, very recently. And now an app like Instacart has a huge, incredible demand to it. And there's a very essential service today, right? Like, it's not even just not a good idea to go to the store usually without some kind of protection. Like in many cases, it's being restricted. So I see, so what's happening is people are using this app, and you can put a tip in. You can put a tip in to say, how much you will give to the driver. And you can do that before you even put in the order. So what people are doing is offering these big, big, big tips to get a good delivery slot. Oh, because that's the other thing, is that, like when I've used it, usually it's like a week. I can put in my order and I'll get my groceries in a week. It's that busy right now. So there's that much going on. And these workers are also now in the stores, and they're putting themselves at risk. So people are putting in big tips to encourage them to take their orders, the workers to take their orders, the delivery drivers, and give them a better spot. And then at the last minute, completely changing it, cutting it down to zero, or like cutting it in half, what have you. And who knows the truth of any of all of this, but I'm fairly certain that this is going on, right? When we see this happening in places in the news. And I have to think it's like we should be so grateful for the people who are going to the grocery store and shopping for us, for the people who are doing these things for us, putting themselves at risk and doing that. Like, my sister is a nurse. She is on the front lines of this as well. And I'm so grateful to her, and I'm so grateful for the people who went to go get my groceries, and I'm sure, maybe going to get yours as well. I just think, like, why would we do this? Like, why in a time like this, when there is this disease going on, would we not just be looking out for each other, right? That we would not be thinking, okay, we're in this together. Like, we're going to hold each other up while the world comes down around us, right? So I started feeling angry. I started getting angry about it. And I almost came here today to like do this whole rant about etiquette and things like that. But I'm like, no. There's something under this, Owen. Like, what is going on? This is bugging you, and it was causing me extra stress. And I have had enough stress. When I used to work in the corporate world, I have plenty of stress. So I don't like to have it now, especially if I don't have to have it, which, as we all know, most stresses we don't actually have to have. So I needed a way to calm down. I needed a way that I was going to be able to let this go, get this out, because, at the end of the day, what can I really do about it, right? So I figured, what does this actually have to do with me? What does the Instacart drivers being taken advantage of have to do with me? have I been screwed before by somebody, right? Yeah, for sure. Have I been taken advantage of, or have I felt taken advantage of in a situation, or that somebody I trusted didn't come through for me, or that someone I didn't know screwed me over, or something like this, right? Yeah, of course. And yeah, that is happened to all of us, right? Happened to all of us. I guess then the next question is, why does that still bother me? If it's happened in the past, why is it still bugging me now? Like it's either that it is actively still happening to me, or that I'm hanging on to something that I could put down, that I could leave behind, and that won't trigger me and make me all mad about what's going on in the news right now. So what it really comes down to is that we control only two things. And the first, we control our actions, right? We can control what we do. I can control how I behave. I can control what I say. And then we control our thoughts. And that's it. Like, there's nothing else that I can do for these people in the Instacart situation. But I can choose how I'm thinking about it. I can choose to deal with my stuff so I don't get immediately triggered by it. Now, if you are living in a space with a lot of people right now, or more than just yourself, or even just with yourself, it can be, I imagine, it can be very easy for people to start being jerks, right? Or like what you perceive to be jerks. And it can get really, really, really frustrating. So, it's really important to get to this where it's like, okay, so when we come back to how I think about the Instacart drivers, right? Someone pisses you off at home. How do you think about that? We are all in this total nightmare together right now, and everyone's sort of dealing with it differently. But when I'm getting heated at people who are doing just stupid, selfish, and inconsiderate stuff, especially right now, yeah, I mean, it bugs me. It bugs me. But then I remember that other people are going through all the same thing, right? And so are the people who are living in your house and people who might be bugging you. Hey, Kate, what's going on? I'm here in West Hollywood, California. Sunny West Hollywood in the heart of LA. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining. So here is the deal with forgiving others. When you're okay with doing that, and this is one that I learned for myself, and I'm very glad that I did, is forgiving others makes it easier to forgive yourself, right? Especially I have found, when I was working in the corporate world, or afterwards I started working on my own thing, I started like punishing myself sometimes for just being like, why didn't you do this sooner? Why didn't I get started sooner? And I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to just forgive myself for not having done that, right? I've done it when I've done it, and here we are, right? There's no point in going back and beating myself up for not having done this in the past. I can forgive myself for that and give myself the space to not have that extra stress and not have that extra worry as I move forward on that. So the hidden benefit of forgiveness and being able to forgive yourself means that you can get better connected with your passion. That thing that really drives you, especially if you have not been connected to your passion. Either you don't know what it is, or you haven't done anything to move it forward. You can forgive yourself for not having done any of that in the past, and you can move forward into it, especially now if you find yourself in a situation where you've got some extra time on your hands, or you are able to change your direction in your career, or you're able to put together like a side business online. Mostly that you're ready in some way, shape, or form to explore building your community online and building a community around you, and how you can help and serve, especially in a time like right now. So thank you for stopping by, Kate. It is a pleasure to see you as always, and I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you're staying safe and healthy, and I will talk to you tomorrow.